What's up, everybody? This is Mark Henninger from Sound and Vision Magazine at CEDIA 2023, and I'm here with Brian Stoller from Amp Genie. And Brian, you want to talk about the progress that your product has made since we first mentioned it at CES 2023?
Yes, thank you so much, Mark. And indeed, we were at CES and we were featured in an article there, so thank you very much for that. And I'm really delighted to give an update on Amp Genie. At the time, we weren't fully shipped yet. We were still undergoing UL Labs approval. And since then, we've accomplished all those goals. We're fully UL listed now. So your Amp Genie comes UL listed right out of the box, serial numbered, barcoded, ready for retail. And our packaging is all finished. It's beautiful. It's got everything you want to know about Amp Genie right on the box. But I'm going to take you quite a bit further, and I'm going to show you why Amp Genie exists and how it actually works.
Right on.
So just as a 10,000-foot view, the problem that Amp Genie solves is how do you turn on the receiver when you have an external audio source, like either a turntable, a Sonos player, a disc player, really any type of audio. And obviously there's a lot of solutions out there for handling that. Control 4, RTI, Crestron, URC, etc. Those are fantastic platforms. But in many cases they're kind of overkill and they're more money than a customer may want to spend just to solve that one simple problem. So we did a totally different approach, kind of a retro approach if you will, because rather than using the network for sensing audio the way that Sonos works, what Sonos does, we're actually using audio sensing. So Amp Genie actually has all three types of audio inputs on it. It's got optical toslink, it's got your standard RCA analog, and then it's got SPDIF. And we even went a little further. We even made our own custom cables that are super short. Because we're also installers and we love clean installs and we cannot lie, we give you these beautiful cables to keep your install looking like this. So we even have a tray right in the top of it to hold your port or connect. But that's the only part that's specific to Sonos. Truly, electronically, it works with any type of audio. So what actually happens is when Amp Genie hears audio on any of these ports, we fire off an IR macro to the receiver. And that IR macro consists of 5 commands. It's a discrete power on, so if the receiver's already on, it stays on. It's an input select of either 2 selectable inputs, and we usually give you an analog and a digital input to select from on every brand. It does an all-channel stereo DSP, which is very important because if you don't, it doesn't sound right. It'll optionally ramp the volume to 50 or 70%, and it'll also optionally turn off the receiver when you're done. So what that means is all you have to do is play your source, whether it's a turntable or a Sonos, whatever the source is, Amp Genie hears it and begins firing commands, and you get audio instantly with very, very little work. So without further ado, let me give you a quick demo. I've got Rush's 25th anniversary reissue of Permanent Waves here on the record player. You can see the Denon is turned off right now, and you can see the red light, which means Amp Genie's listening. It's ready, and it's waiting for us to play audio. So as soon as I drop the needle here, what's going to happen is Amp Genie's going to hear the audio, it's going to start sending commands to the receiver, and the receiver is going to jump to life. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. Amp Genie hears the audio. It just got done sending all the commands, and now we're just waiting for the Denon to finish booting. We're actually completely finished. And just like that, we're going to have audio, Geddy Lee, coming at you with all we had to do was drop the needle and everything else happened automatically. And likewise, once we stop playing the music, I've got it on a 1-minute timer right now. After a minute of silence, Amp Genie is actually going to power off the receiver again for us automatically. So this is really a great solution for integrators and end users alike. If you have this challenge where your source is easy to start, but the receiver doesn't follow suit, Amp Genie is the perfect solution and the really simple solution because all of our programming is just done with these 10 dip switches. And a lot of people want to know, how do I program it? A lot of other systems, you need apps, you need drivers, you need software, you need cloud updates. We took the opposite approach. We want it to be very simple. So all the programming is done right here with these dip switches. And in fact, one user actually gave us some feedback while we were in development and said, well, why don't you put the dip switch mapping on the unit itself? So I'm proud to say we took their suggestion and we actually mapped out all the dip switches on the unit, as well as on this very deluxe color user manual that comes with the unit. So 4 of the dip switches are for brand ID, and you can actually see on that poster, we work with all 8 major brands. That's Yamaha, Sony, Marantz, Onkyo, Denon, Audio Control, Pioneer, and Anthem. It's pretty much 90% of the mid-fire receiver market. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all, set-it-and-forget-it solution. So once you set your dip switches, plug in your 3 cables, literally you're done with your install in all about 5 minutes. So as a dealer, you can make money selling the unit, you make money on your labor, you solve your customer's problem and make them happy, and best of all, you don't have to come back for warranty truck rolls.
Yeah, but what about a non-dealer?
Yeah, well, it's also for end users. So if you're a DIY person that just loves stereo like I do, I've got 3 receivers in my home. You can buy these at retail from our site, ampgenie.com. Retail price is $3.99, and they are designed for both users and dealers because they're very, very simple. If you can handle plugging in 3 cables and setting 10 to switches, you have all the training you need to actually install an Amp Genie. So thanks a lot for coming and visiting our booth here at CEDIA in Denver. And I'm with Amp Genie, and for more information, go to www.ampgenie.com.